Okay, so today we're going to take a deep dive into an interesting report about Donald Trump's transition team and some allegations about them questioning National Security Council staff about their loyalty.
Hmm.
And we've got some excerpts from a Ring of Fire YouTube video that discusses an Associated Press report about this. So that's our source material for today.
Yeah.
And I guess we want to try and figure out kind of what are the specifics of these allegations? What are the potential implications of all this? And why should you care about this, even if you don't follow political news super closely?
Right.
So let's jump into this thing.
Yeah, it seems like the real core issue here is, what's the priority? Is it loyalty of the NSC staff to a political figure, or is it their commitment to the country and the Constitution and the rule of law, in these national security rules?
Yeah, and the video points out that the AP is reporting that incoming senior Trump administration officials are asking career civil servants at the NSC about their 2024 voting history, their political donations.
Wow.
And even looking at their social media for anything potentially incriminating.
Yeah, which, it's interesting because, I think the video makes a good point that these are typically non-political career civil servants. Yeah.
Right.
And so, their expertise and their experience is supposed to be, providing stability and continuity within the NSC across administrations, ideally. Their political views should be almost irrelevant. It's their professional qualifications that should be the focus.
Right. And the video quotes Republican Representative Mike Waltz, who's an incoming national security advisor. And he reportedly told Breitbart that he wants the NSC staffed with individuals 100% aligned with the president's agenda. He was even quoted as saying, everybody is going to resign at 12:01 on January 20th.
Oh, wow. So complete turnover.
Yeah. And it suggests that they want a team that's completely on board with their vision. And you could see the argument from the administration's perspective.
Right.
That they need a team that's fully aligned to be able to implement their policies effectively, especially in an area as critical as national security.
Yeah, of course. But I think the concern that the video brings up is, what are the risks if you start bringing in potentially less qualified people?
Right.
Solely because of their political loyalty. The NSC relies so heavily on the institutional knowledge and the expertise of its career staff for effective national security decision-making.
And they say that some non-political NSC employees who initially, thought they might be able to stay on have reportedly started packing their belongings because of these loyalty inquiries.
Wow.
So it sounds like there's going to be a pretty significant shift in the way these roles are approached.
I think it's fascinating that it makes you think about the definition of loyalty.
Yeah.
What are we really talking about here?
Yeah.
Is it loyalty to a specific political ideology, or is it loyalty to, just the security interests of the United States, regardless of who's in power at the time?
Right.
I think the video is definitely arguing for the latter.
Yeah, and characterizing this as a potential national security disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Because you could end up with less competent people in these really vital roles.
Exactly. If you prioritize political loyalty over actual expertise and experience, you could have people making decisions about national security who aren't really qualified to identify and respond to real threats.
So we've kind of laid out this concerning situation that the Ring of Fire video highlights, but what does this mean for you, the listener? Why should they care about this?
Well, at the end of the day, the security and stability of the nation affects everyone, right?
Yeah.
The decisions made by the NSC have a direct impact on all of our safety and well-being. So, the qualifications and the motivations of the people who are advising on these critical matters.
Yeah.
That's something that we should all be aware of and paying attention to.
I think this really highlights that ongoing debate about the balance between political alignment and professional expertise in government.
Yeah.
And especially, in sensitive areas like national security.
It really does make you think about, what other areas of our society might we see some negative consequences if loyalty is being prioritized over expertise?
Right.
And what could the long-term effects be if this kind of approach is taken within our government institutions?
Yeah, it's a crucial question to consider.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind as you're, encountering these discussions about governance and leadership
Definitely.
out in the world.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.